Resident Evil 4 Remake is just around the corner. In less than 30 days, we will finally be able to play the newest remake in the Resident Evil franchise by Capcom. And frankly, it could possibly be the game of the year. Granted, it will have very strong competition with a game like Tears of the Kingdom, but I do believe that if they hit all the buttons, in regards to like how faithful they are to the actual game, clearly they are faithful to a point. We see in the newest trailer that like Luis is in certain parts of the game that he wasn't in the original, but I think that could be a very great change that could bring about a lot of good stuff in the remake. So I'm not opposed to that. But one of the things that many people are wondering are that there is a certain enemy in the game that is basically one of those enemies that really are fan favorites because of how terrifying they were when they played Resident Evil 4 for the first time back in like 2005. Me personally, I wasn't too afraid of them. I'm not saying they're not scary. They're terrifying. They're really these weird bioweapons, right? But the fact that they were kind of slow a bit when you first face off with them kind of, made it less scary until, they started crawling after you and just started chasing after you kill one of the pluggers inside their bodies. And yeah, okay. Oh, then it becomes terrifying. But if you're a good shot, then it's not really something to worry about. If you don't know by now which enemies I'm describing, is basically the Regenerators. Regenerators are these indestructible bioweapons that literally have these spikes going out of them, like they chase after you, and then if they catch you, you just get pierced by all these spikes. It's one of the most brutal death scenes in Resident Evil 4. But many fans are concerned that the Regenerators are not going to be there. I think they will be there, and there's a hint for it in the newest trailer regarding specifically the one of the final scenes of the trailer where we see the chair, right? That chair clearly seems to be the chair where Leon and Ashley remove the plagas from their body. That's clearly what it looks like that is. However, this is still a big hint to the Regenerators are returning. Why? Because if you remember correctly, the first time you meet one of the Regenerators is in the lab section of the island. That last final scene clearly shows that there will be a lab section on the island. Yes, they did say they're going to rework the island a little bit. So clearly, many people didn't know whether or not there will be a lab section. But that last scene showcases that there will be a lab section. And that almost guarantees you that the Regenerators will be back. So I think people who are worried that the Regenerators will not return, don't worry, they will return. I can almost guarantee it. Pretty much like 99% are sure they will be there. It will be kind of lame, kind of ridiculous if they don't. So you're probably wondering, so then why haven't we seen them? Capcom doesn't want to spoil us too much. They don't want to show us everything. Yes, they have shown a lot of stuff regarding the game. But, for something like a remake like Resident Evil 4 or like, a classic game like Resident Evil 4, it's not a big deal to showcase so much. Because we know, if you play the original, what the game will be like. More than likely, the parts that we didn't see, aside from Luis being your AI partner during the two El Gigante fights, the two El Gigante fights that you face in the mines, and Luis being in the mining section, which is hilarious in its own way. Certain changes like that are gonna be there. I think it's perfectly reasonable that the Regenerators will be back. They will be, and I think the reason why Capcom has not shown anything regarding them, more than likely, and this is, my own opinion, but more than likely, it's because they're goddamn terrifying. They made them far more terrifying than they probably were in the original. And they don't want to show it because they want to keep it a secret. They want you to feel that terror you probably felt the first time you ever faced them in an RE4. That is more than likely the reason why they're keeping the Regenerators away from any of the trailers, or talking about them, showing them in any images, or anything in the Resident Evil portal. More than likely, they want you to experience that same fear that you did back in the original. They understand that the Regenerators are one of the scariest parts of the game. And, it makes perfect sense that they wouldn't showcase it. I get it. It is a little worrisome because you haven't seen them. But, why would you just want to, spoil the surprise? Let it be surprised. Let them terrify you the same way they did back in the day. If they do it perfectly, those sections with the Regenerators are going to be goddamn terrifying. And I'm going to freaking love it, especially on hardcore mode, or depending on if they bring back professional mode instead of just renaming it hardcore mode. So I cannot wait for it. I cannot wait to play Resident Evil 4 Remake. It's such an exciting time. We are less than 30 days away from experiencing another great Resident Evil remake, and I am super excited for it. Hopefully you are super excited for it too. I will be streaming it. I did pre-order the collector's edition, unless it gets canceled like at the last second, which I hope it doesn't. And I'll definitely be doing a box opening, so that should be fun. Yeah. And I also plan on streaming it on Twitch. At twitch.tv/LoonyPoundCake, and I do plan to make it a stream where I do not stop playing it until I beat it. So it could be a 12-hour stream, it could be a 14-hour stream, hell, it could be even a 24-hour stream. Who knows? But I do plan on playing it until I beat it. That should be fun, so hopefully you enjoy, and just relax. Regenerators are going to come back, and you're going to love them, alright? So thank you so much for watching this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and hopefully I made you feel a little at ease regarding the Regenerators. And yeah, 99% sure they're going to be there. So thank you so much. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more Resident Evil coverage that I want to try to do more of. So hopefully you enjoy. So thank you so much, and I'll see you guys next time.